is it? Okay, how good is it, and how much of a confidence booster is it to start winning it in the conference?
Starting off in the conference, how much of a confidence builder is it? It was huge. I think that we've had a couple games, most notably is the Wisconsin Green Bay, who I felt was one of the best teams that I've coached against. Defensively, disciplined, and I thought that we got down early, but there's something about this group. They have a fight inside of them. We shot horribly at the beginning, missing layups, doing very uncharacteristic things, but I think that it spoke to our character to be able to take a punch, get up, and continue to fight back. And I love to see emotion, and in particular, really I love to see emotion. If you're not at a library, you should be excited about what you do. And Rachel, to be determined, because actually she didn't even practice yesterday. I'm surprised that. Because I said to the team that she wouldn't be there, she wouldn't be able to practice, and she probably wouldn't play. But somehow her hand, the swelling lifted, and she felt better, and that was good. But it was major. I think that it speaks to our character. And when you consider the Big Ten, that's just an outstanding conference. They're going to come big. They're going to come strong. They're going to shoot the ball well. They're going to execute well. You've got outstanding coaches, within the Big Ten. Then it's good to see that the team can recover when we're not knocking down shots. The rebounding was horrible, but we somehow managed to really pour it on. And I had been, especially with as many freshmen that have been playing the crucial minutes that they have, it was good to see the freshmen. And I know that they're confident and comfortable that I would put them in real game, do or die situations. And there were two, sometimes three, at one time on the floor. So they're coming along, and I'm happy that we were able to win.
Coach, your message to the girls and the way they executed being attached or smothering Rachel Banham, what did you ask for, and how did they do it in the second half?
Yeah, second half is right. Rachel Banham is a great player. Jeez, I mean, I can't imagine that she and Zowie B would be together. That's a monster. I don't know how. I know that was tough for Coach. And at that, she's done an outstanding job with Banham anyway. But I was sharing with the team when Rachel would shoot as well at times the way that she did. Now, that's a shooter. Great touch. Change of directions, change of speed, elevation. She can serve it up any way you want it. But we really decided to take all switches. Kylie Copper was playing her first, but Kai was in foul trouble. And I think that it psychologically caused some problems, and she missed layups that she normally doesn't miss. In the meantime, it was her job initially to play Banham. But we switched off and had a number of other people play her. And I think that it may have been disruptive. In fact, she doesn't normally, I don't think, shoot 7 for 21. So that's one thing. Plus, consider that Minnesota is one of the best three-point shooting teams in the conference, period. But I don't think that 9 for 27 would say that they are. They really are. It's just that I like to believe that our defense was pretty disruptive, and we were taking people out. And most of the time that we were taking people out, it had nothing to do with the offense. It had more to do with the fact that we needed to push up on them and not let them feel comfortable, in taking the three-point shots, because that's what they do.
Coach, a couple games back, you said you wouldn't know until January where this team really was.
Yeah.
After a win today in the conference opener, 8-3 team, a legitimate opponent in Minnesota. Do you have more of a feeling of where this team is at this point, heading into the new year?
I know about their character, and I know that we've had many meetings, and we talked about who we are when nobody else is watching. I've missed a couple of practices because my mom has been really sick, and I'm really proud of the way the team worked. They've worked extremely hard with my not being there. I think that we're playing together and as a family. Some of you may know that we weren't pleased. I particularly was not pleased with the way we were playing, and so we took some things from them, their uniforms, their locker room, and everything else. But I do think that because in life you earn things, you know, and they I had to give it back to them because Minnesota didn't lay down. Minnesota's an outstanding team. It was worthy, you know, and so they earned it. So I don't think that we want to go there again in terms of our locker room or the other things that aren't there. I thought we played well as a team to turn the ball over 10 times. Now, we've been leading the conference almost. Well, we might be next to the bottom in terms of assists, but today we only had 10 turnovers. We had 21 assists today. And what's most important, I think Mel knows this, the Scarlet Knights very seldom, if ever, play well in November. We seldom, if ever, play well in November. But we practice so hard and we're so intense. We have 2 and 3 practice sessions a day. And we get down to the real fine points and help them to understand what it is that we need to do. And this is a team that lost by 40 points to Duke, you know, the #1 team in the country several years ago, and then was sent to Duke to play in the Final Four and won at North Carolina. So it was that process, that character building. Mattia Javon came to practice, and she inspired them. So a number of players, there's a tradition that's rich with the Scarlet Knights. We're not trying to be silk suit people. We're trying to be hard-nosed, you know, gritty, grindy people. And if we can continue to play without turning the ball over as much as we had been, you know, and address the boards, because if you looked at the first half stats and you look at the second half, it's a world of difference, you know. So we want to be responsible, and I thought that they made a commitment to each other before we even walked in the locker at halftime. This is what we got to do, and so I'm happy that they're buying into it. And hopefully they'll continue to buy into it, and we'll continue to enjoy going into a nice locker room.
You had to like you know, if you go micro into the second half, the exact moment of urgency when the game was in the balance and it came knocking, you know, you answered the call.
Yeah, you know, I was so disturbed. At first, we're missing so many shots. I'm like, how is it? You know, when they were like, okay, we're just jumpy and nervous, and you know, but Minnesota had to play that game at our place as well. So we were all that way, and it was disappointing. But the best thing is to sit people down, just let them relax for a second. They'll be okay. And you know, when you have someone like Brianna Canny, who, you know, had the 10 assists, you know, and the 1 turnover, that's major. You know, when you have Tyler Scaife, who, I don't know how many shots she hit in a row. Big time shots. Bang, bang, bang. You know, you had Copper, who was there the whole time. I made a mistake in playing her earlier in that third, I guess toward the end of that third quarter. I should have saved her. But it was my fault. I lost track of the time. And then we had to sit her out much longer than what she needed to be. But I thought that the bench, who is truly the family, extended family, who had been cheering so hard, and you watched them and they were ready, the freshmen, you know, with Aaliyah June that came in. You know, KK has been practicing really as playing more minutes in practice now, because she's going to be, you know, for sure, you know, that's the future. So she was playing a great deal today, and Sharita, who is a small 5'9" player, but she is going to play big minutes because she's the most versatile player on our team. She's going to play a 4 position, or she's going to play 1. She probably comes closer to Essie. And those of you who have seen our game with Essie, who was the national runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year, she's that person. She'll play 4, extremely bright. Can make things happen. She wasn't hitting shots today, but no one was, and except Tyler at the end.
Any other questions for Coach?
Yes?
Coach, Rachel had mentioned that you worked with her a little bit on some low post moves over the break.
Yeah.
We definitely saw it tonight. Could you give us a little bit of a glimpse into those workout sessions?
You know what's amazing? You know what's amazing? Rachel has so much talent that it was disturbing. It was disturbing because, as you know, you're trying to show her something, And I'm looking at her, and it's like she's looking at me around like, Dad, I can't do, I know you can't do that. We need to work on this, work on some other things. But I thought that it's her head. She is capable of doing many great things, but it was nice to see her calm down and work on the moves that she's working on. You know what? That girl can hit that high post shots. Believe me, she can. We can open her up and let her do a whole heck of a lot of things. But the moves that we were working on it was inside, so that when she did the setup to the inside, when she came back, it was basically a layup, and she's much more comfortable where she has it. What she was told today is that she was not allowed to kick it out. You just better finish it, because too many times when we're making the passes, and people will say to me, "You didn't give her." We give her plenty of shots, And the other thing is that she needs to rebound from the weak side of the floor. She can get offensive rebounds if she gets to the doggone weak side of the floor. She knows specific things that we call for her. And so this is how you can get lots of points, lots of rebounds. And so I was saying that I would have been really happy, but we hadn't had a guard, a post person that has averaged, 10 rebounds and 10 points. Can we please have something like that? And I thought that Rachel really did answer the call. She's a great talent, and she means well, but she gets frustrated sometimes. And then what happens is, when I get frustrated, then we both get frustrated, and then we reach an impasse at that particular point. But I love her to death, and I know that it was great for her to play like this today, because now she can show the world who Rachel Holloway is. And if we can cause her to relax, she's going to be fine. Going to be real happy. I'm happy to hear her say that, and hopefully she'll continue to work on the things we're talking about.
Any other questions for Coach? Thank you, Coach.
Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah.